In 1979, the year I was born, a game called Lunar Lander came out in the arcades. And here I am, playing a version of that in VR. Being that it's based on an old game, the controls are very simple. You have a thruster and you can rotate the ship. Lunar Lander is one of those physics or gravity-based games where you're trying to land this thing properly using your gas or whatever you want to call it, and it is not easy to do. No. There are fuel containers you can collect, and I crash a lot. What I do like is you have full control over the fact that you can zoom in or zoom out. But honestly, the coolest part about playing this old classic arcade game in first-person VR is being able to switch over to this view and look down. This game is playable on a flat screen in non-VR, so if you just want to play it like the old classic, you can. Come on.
Astronaut rescued.
Oh,
Great job.
Whoa, I rescued an astronaut? I find myself to be terrible at this game, but you might be better than me. There are missions in a few different areas you can select. Now, I know the game's really cheap, and it looks like shovelware, and I understand why it looks like that, based on the price. But keep in mind, Strange Games is a very small studio. What I like is they're giving you what you're paying for. It's exactly Lunar Lander in VR. If you're over 40 and you know what Lunar Lander is and you like it, you'll definitely like the game. But otherwise, you might want to avoid it. The graphics look like a budget PS2 game or a really early PSVR1 game, but it's not about the graphics with these games, it's just about the gameplay. Yes! Is it shovelware? Not really. It's a decent game for what it is. Just don't be expecting an epic journey. There's some really cool stages like Pluto. So, I mean, there's definitely content here. You've got leaderboards you can come back to. Just goes to show you that a game from 40 years ago, basically unchanged, can work in VR. It's pretty wild. If Lunar Lander was not your thing, but Asteroids was, Strange Games also made a VR version of Asteroids, so check it out in the PlayStation Store. Dropship Commander, PlayStation VR 2.